lang po, yun na lang yung continuous program. Kailangan kasi hindi lang isang project lang, isang seminar lang to. Meron pa dapat yan, pinapalo up po yan.
Yung mga nagvo-volunteer, like pagbibigay ng relief goods, panandalian lang. Hindi sila totally, ano naman natin kasi disaster, magbibigay sila ng tulong para sa pagbibigay lang ng mag-feature lang, ganon, wala silang totally na binababang programa, magbibigay ng relief goods.
I always encounter a problem of not knowing what to do on the spot and only being informed by the next person about who needs help where. I wish I could know what to do even before I get on the site, so I would best be able to give what I can and the project itself can get the most out of me.
Countless volunteer organizations, from Gawad Kalinga to Project NOAA, offer a rich variety of volunteer events which anyone can take part in. But paradoxically, only very few people actually take part in these events. The average Filipino, despite having the means and motivation to participate in these events, don't actually do so. And there are three main reasons for this.
The first is a lack of a reliable way to search for these events. Volunteers, upon typing a search query, are bombarded by irrelevant and outdated search results. It's simply too hard for these volunteers to find an event to take part in.
Second problem is that volunteer events don't feature simple application forms. Oftentimes, sign-up sheets are hidden behind Google searches and dead links if they even ever exist. Signing up for these events are just as hard as finding them in the first place.
There's a unique set of skills a volunteer needs in each volunteering event, which the volunteers aren't necessarily aware of. This creates a two-pronged problem. In the first prong, these volunteers aren't likely to be able to actually do very much in these events because they don't know what they're getting into and they need to be taught what to do in those events. In the second prong, these volunteers aren't likely to go to future events because they weren't able to do very much because they didn't have as much fun without prior knowledge.
This is where our app, OHM, or the Open Hands Movement, comes in. Through OHM, we hope to streamline the process of finding volunteer opportunities as well as tailoring these opportunities towards each volunteer's unique preferences and skills. We do this by creating a single, universal platform for volunteering opportunities across the Philippines and potentially the world.
OHM features a wide variety of events organized by a diverse group of volunteer organizations. Through our platform, users will be able to access a wider spectrum of volunteer events, from teaching public school students in Manila to disaster relief in Tacloban.
Moreover, OHM features a user profiling system which allows the user to get tailored results based on his or her own personal interests. Now what this does is that it helps volunteer events and volunteer organizations access a wider variety of volunteers.
The Open Hands movement aims to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor through the only means possible. The government has tried, but it's been made clear that the government cannot do this alone. What we want to do through the Open Hands movement is make things a lot simpler so we can attract untapped sectors of society to help solve this problem.
Well, I guess in the end, it's a question of preferences and orientations. The thing is, the willingness to serve, I recognize that in many, if not most, but it's just about finding the right way that's appropriate to them, something that they like to do.
But the right one supports the open hands. We love